Hey, welcome back. Last lesson, we went through the different competitors, right? So we looked at what other universities are out there and what they're doing in terms of their socials. And we created that in a very nice chart for us to get an understanding of the themes that we want to do going forward. And I've nicely now summarized that. What I'm going to do now is share my screen to show you how you can start to put that into a summary of what we've learned through ChatGPT. So, what is the demographic that we're looking at? What is the style of communications that we need to talk to? And what is the reason why we're actually doing these communications, which is building awareness fundamentally for the university. So let's go and have a look at what I've created in terms of persona. And then we're going to go and have a look at the different comms that I've created to connect it to those people. We've captured what we've studied so far. So we know that we want to help to create a connection to our audience. And the type of connections we want are for our primary audience, which will be our students. Our students, which I was in, wasn't it 24 or 32 age range? We could target the parents, but the reason why I'm not fundamentally going with this straight away is because the parents are the ones that are going to want to purchase, right? So they're closer to more making a decision. It's the student that's probably going to say, hey, I would like to go to this university. And especially in this instance, because you could argue if they're a fame kind of university or something like that, that it would be the parent because they want this child to go to, or someone that they're looking after to go to a elite type university, right? Something with a name. Yet this is a new university, so it hasn't got that brand awareness and it hasn't got that affinity for them to want to go there from the parents yet. So we're going to try and get the audience attention of the students. We're trying to get the drive for them to want to go there so they can say, hey, if it is parents who's paying for it, this is what I want to go for. Yeah. But you can introduce communications to our parents or the guardians over time. But like everything with social media, there's no right and there's no wrong. And we use our data to get some insights and go forward from there. Right. I digress a bit. Well, I don't really, but I kind of evolve in different areas. What we've decided here is we're going to do content, and the content's going to connect into their culture of wanting technology and embracing that technology, as well as being able to give information over in a funky way. So in here, we're actually going to create some AI generated posts using things on the channels like TikTok we've investigated, and Instagram and Facebook Reels as well. And we're going to create 30 or a minute section ones that are a bit fast so they get the information over quickly. But we're also going to use content, and this will change depending on your audience, but we're going to use content that connects with explaining things about the desire why you might want to educate go to education with AI. So, for example, what are the AI job roles in X amount of years? What is the career that you can have in AI? What can I learn in AI? So it's going to be a bit of piece of connecting with the reason why you want to learn AI, but in a more informative and fun way using technology. And we're going to look at that actually in a minute. We're also considering things like, well, and I should say, these kind of way and approach of doing it set us apart and different from our other universities, the other competitors out there, because they're not really doing that or embracing it. Yet that's what they actually educate in. And you do find this all the time, especially in the education industry. They're a bit slow to adopt the different practices and technologies that are out there. That's why things like digital transformation and disruptive technologies and the AI can take people by storm, because the education takes a little bit to catch up. Apologies for anyone in the education field. I don't mean to do a disservice. It just takes a time for sometimes educational curriculum and everything to get caught up with the latest technologies and trends. And it's people that adopt them, and because they don't have all the the educational standards they have to pass, they don't have all the different legalities they have to check, individuals can pick up and adopt technology like that, right, snap really quickly. And that's why we get disruptions when it comes to technology and innovation. I digress again. Okay. So we're going to look at some example content. Other content that we can do is things like infographics. Now, this will, again, help with our student audience, but they also might start teasing in any parents that see it as well, where we maybe talk about the benefits, maybe talk about the expected salary that you can get, maybe talk or give numbers about the percentage of roles that will be out there in so many X years' time once they've graduated. content examples. So now I'm elaborating on what we're going to do. And I've decided to do AI generated posts, as I said before, on the TikTok and the Instagram, but focus on the informational aspects like, career in AI, what AI is, what roles there'll be ahead, etc. And do a series of these. The reason why I want to do a series and several that are short posts, like 15 to 30 seconds long, maybe even a minute, depending on the subject, is I want to grab attention and I want to use and understand that attention. What I mean by that is I will use the understanding of the analytics. I monitor how things are going and see what the most views are, see when there's a good time to post and get an understanding of what people are interested in and my best times to post on the different channels, right? Now, I just air of caution. Don't try and over-engineer or understand it too quickly. The reason being, when you're working with socials, is you need volumes to understand things specifically. So you need enough of a reach, shall I say, or enough of people looking at your content to truly understand what the best content for your audience is. And, that can change, right? But what resonates with them the most of your group. But when you're first breaking out into this area, especially if you're doing organic and not paid ads, you're not going to have a big reach, right? But you're going to use your hashtags to get the most that you can. And you need to gradually get an adoption and awareness of your audience. And that takes time with the algorithms and with kind of sometimes a bit of luck of when people are going to look at your profile. So you have to constantly post and just try and build up that audience over time and see the traits of the audience that are starting to follow you. Also, as well, which you get a lot with different companies, they'll be like, oh my God, I want to comment straight away. I want you to interact with it. You know what? It doesn't come straight away. Again, it's not me being negative about socials, but think about it when you have friends, right? How did you make friends? You probably didn't decide they were your best friend and you're going to listen to everything they say straight away and trust them, right? It's the same with brands. We take time to see what the content is. We take time to see if we like the content. We take time to follow, monitor, be a big brother. And that's the same in socials. We kind of just need to allow people to gradually get to know us through the socials, like our content, listen to our content. Then hopefully, if it's the right type of content, they start commenting on it. But they need that confidence about what we're saying, and they need to listen to what we're saying to see if it resonates with us before they even have that voice sometimes to talk back. So don't always expect comments straight away, especially if you're doing competitions or quizzes. You could do competitions and quizzes, say, when they're an actual student and they know you within the university. That's actually a really good way of engaging with them, because it's going, you know what, you know them, they're trusted, and they're like, oh, I know my voice, I'm getting my confidence up in this knowledge, I'll have a fun with a quiz. But trying to invoke that conversation before while you're building awareness is quite a hard thing to do. Unless it's something that go viral, but I don't know any of these days that go viral without a lot of significant strategy, loads of money behind them, blah, blah, blah. Right. Other approach we're going to do is things like we could do quiz posts, but not probably straight away when it comes to awareness. And I would probably avoid this a little bit. I'm thinking of it when it comes to Vietnam, but fun ones that the reason why we're doing this is we're going to try and get some of the university professors to start having fun as well with it, to get them used to it. So again, this is one of the concepts of the 15, 30-second type video to capture awareness quickly. And we've taken this approach because, one, we want to give information in AI, and also as well, our competitors, so the other universities, aren't using this type of approach, okay? And it's showing that us as a university we need to get our hands dirty. We're using it in the real world. And I think that goes a long way.
Ever wondered what the job market will look like in an AI-dominated future? As AI reshapes industries, from healthcare to automotive, new career paths are emerging. Are you ready for jobs that don't even exist yet? Imagine being an AI ethicist, ensuring AI's ethical use, or an AI-enhanced healthcare provider revolutionizing medicine. The possibilities are limitless. The future is AI, and it's full of opportunities. Are you prepared to ride the wave of innovation